Yo, this is on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Tool. I'm going to be showing you some replays today for my usual Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, except I put Mystical Elf White Lightning in the deck, so I'm finally using that card with my Blue Eyes deck. The thing is, I was originally going to cancel this episode because I just couldn't really pull it off, unfortunately. I mean, I guess I was just using other cards instead of that, but sometimes I wouldn't even get in my starting hand. I'll talk more about that later, but for now, I just want you to see this amazing replay. It's against Runick. I basically just screwed this guy over so much. So I used the White Stone of Ancients to summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon just so they don't destroy my spells and traps. I mean, it's obvious they're using Runick. Like 99% of the time if they have these sleeves, they're using Runick. So here they played that spell card, special summon one Runick Fusion, so they summoned that. They went to use their effect, so I used Forbidden Droplet, and I got rid of Called by the Grave because they can't play spell cards in response to Forbidden Droplet because I got rid of a spell card. So if I did Forbidden Droplet first and blah blah, you know how it works, don't mind. So then they played that spell card. They targeted Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, and they played another spell card, destroyed True Light. Then they set down that card. Yeah, so they couldn't get the field spell, which was very amazing. So I got Ash Blossom, which I was very happy about. So here I did a tribute summon, which I haven't done in some time. So I destroyed that fusion with Blue Eyes. I did this just so I can have Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, just so I can summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon as soon as the card gets destroyed in the field. So that's pretty much why I did that tribute summon. So I summoned Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming. Oh man, sorry about that. So I attacked and bounced that face down card back to the hand. And now here, I was pretty happy with Ash Blossom because look, just look at this. If they didn't have Called by the Grave or, Crossout Designator, Crossout Designator, it's pretty much GG. So they went to get the field spell, discarded that trap card, so I used Ash Blossom, and they couldn't get the field spell. And this is like, what, one card in their hand? And then they left, so that was amazing. But the thing is, I realized I only had 4 duels saved when I usually like to do 5 or more on videos where I just talk over replays. So I did try making, I don't know, I just tried to see if I could maybe, use Mystical Elf White Lightning, but just didn't happen in those 4 duels. But the 5th duel, it did happen. Oh, that's a spoiler, but whatever. So not bad, my hand, to be honest. Harpy's Feather Duster is a little but this is okay because Skill Drain will not be destroyed, but then they use Lava Golem, so because I was going to use Ultimate Creature of Destruction on Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. So I ran into another Runick deck right after that one, by the way. Not a bot, yeah. I can tell from your, your mate, your icon, your frame. I can tell you're not a bot. So yeah, they special summoned Hugin, Runick, whatever. They used that, then they went to use that. And I was like, alright, cool. I have Skill Drain. Let's go. You're not getting the field spell. So I'm glad I stopped another person from not getting the field spell. That was just, oh man, that was amazing. But yeah, so a card got banished, big deal, because of this. Whatever. So I got Solemn Judgment, so I was like, it's okay. But because I have Skill Drain, I don't take 1000 damage. And then they activated this. So I can only control one type of monster. So I went into attack position, I attacked. I can't summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon because I don't have Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, nor in the graveyard. I didn't use Harpy's Feather Dust. I wanted to hold on to it just in case they got the field spell or something. I know I have Solemn Judgment, but just in case. So here I got Dictate of D. And here's the thing. Normally I would activate the effect, send Blue Eyes from my deck to the graveyard, but I can't special summon it because of this. So yeah, then I would have used Harpy's Feather Duster, destroy all these. I can't even talk, I need some water. Just my mouth is so dry, I haven't drank water in hours. But I can't summon this, which is why I can't send Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck to the graveyard. Then use Harpy's Feather Duster to destroy all that and summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. So yeah, negated because, Skill Drain. So I used Harpy's Feather Duster, destroyed the face downs, and then they left. They kind of destroyed the face down cards for me, but yeah, not a bot. I figured. I don't know what gave it away, but I figured. But yeah, just couldn't really get Mystical Elf White Lightning to my hand. Like, it's not like a Blue Eyes card, it's just a level 5 or higher normal monster. So yeah, it does work for any normal monster deck, I guess. So I got double True Light, which, you know, is okay. It's not too bad. This guy, I was like, why didn't they do like a crazy amount of summoning with their dinosaur deck? But then I realized they're also using Dinomorphia. So I was like, oh, it's a mix of this and Dinomorphia, okay. So here they went into Link Rebo, and I was like, okay. Then they did another Link summon into Secure Gardener. And they played double Evolution Pill. Banished those monsters and summoned that from their deck. Very fair and balanced. Then they set down 2 cards. But this is really strong, by the way. Once per turn during main phase, really destroy one monster in your hand or field. If you do, it's a face down defense position. Yeah. So I guess they didn't really want to destroy a card in their hand or field, because I summoned alternative, right? And then I used my effect. Like, I don't know why they waited. Like, I think they were waiting for something more OP. But I'm like, nah, man, I just used Blue Eyes. Like, nah. So I destroyed that. Then they used Called by the Grave on the Wyson of Ancients. So, yep, can't use that effect for like 2 turns now, unfortunately. So I summoned Link Karibo, set down True Light, ended my turn. So I was just in a very bad spot here, to be honest. They summoned that Dinomorphia card. Got a very fair and balanced trap card from their deck. It was the battle phase. So I used my effect. The thing is, usually I would let them attack me. Just so I can summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. But I don't have Blue Eyes White Dragon in my graveyard. And this isn't known as Blue Eyes White Dragon while it's face down on the field. So I flip summoned. Here they paid half their life points to fusion summon. Very fair and balanced. So I summoned that Dinomorphia. I was like, alright, cool, yep, sure. Paid more life points, sent that from the deck to the graveyard. And they did this fusion summon. I hate that monster. So here I attacked that. I knew they were going to activate the effect. I was just like, thank you very much. You fell for my plan. Like, you fell for the bait. Like, I baited them. So this was the plan. I wanted them to do that. Just so I could summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, attack that monster. And it was GG. So they fell for the bait. They just completely forgot about Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, or just didn't read it, because you know how these people are, they don't care about Blue Eyes. This is a long duel. I could have used Mystical Elf White Lightning, but the thing is, it keeps the monster on the field still. So that's pretty much why I didn't use it and used Solemn Judgment instead. But look, I finally got it. Mystical Elf White Lightning. So I summoned the Wyson of Ancients. Went into Link Rebo. I'm not gonna lie, this hand sucks. I kept Called by the Grave in my hand because it seemed like they had something, but yeah, it wasn't anything. So I was like, oh crap, I wish I kinda set it down now. So here they played Resonator Call, got that from their deck to the hand. Then they activated that, summoned that, summoned that. Then they synchro summoned into this. I wanted to use Solemn Judgment. I'm pretty sure they can do more monster effects. So yeah, I just was like, alright, I'm just gonna Solemn Judgment that. If they use another monster effect, great. No, they didn't. So I was like, oh. Okay. So I got the Ultimate Creature of Destruction, which I was pretty happy about. So I attacked, and then I attacked with Link Rebo. And then, yeah, just set down 2 cards and was like, alright. Cool. Sweet. Awesome. They summoned that, played Monster Reborn, went to get that, used Called by the Grave. So that was a wasted Monster Reborn. So that felt good. Yeah, it felt good. I'm like, please activate an effect. I don't care what you do, just activate an effect so I can negate it, please. But it says when a card effect is activated in your opponent's graveyard. Oh yeah, sorry, that ain't gone through. I let them attack Link Karibo because I thought I had Blue Eyes Jet Dragon in my hand or graveyard, but then I was like, oh, you idiot, you didn't. So I just thought I'd let you know why that happened. So here they use Called by the Grave on the Wyson of Ancients. It's always the Wyson of Ancients, huh? Very unfortunate. So I used Harpies, went through, but yeah, they banished the Wisdom of Ancients in my graveyard. So destroyed that. And, oh, so it was infinite permanence. That's why it was going pink at the start of the game when I thought it was Maxi Lash Blossom. Okay, that makes sense. Here, they just couldn't do anything. They're like, oh, set a monster down. And I was like, oh my god, I just want to use Mystical Elf White Lightning, please. Please just let me use it. Just let me use it, but no. I didn't get to use it, so I wanted to cancel. So after this, I just basically played with Wise Chaos Max Dragon for like 2 days. But then, I don't know, today I was just like, try again. And yeah, so the 5th replay, we get to see it work. So here I was like, nah, I'm canceling. I'm just going to win now. So I attacked, destroyed that, summoned Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, face up attack, and then I attacked directly with both of those monsters. I wanted to wait and use it, but it wasn't worth it. I could just win there. No point trying to, you know, wait, because my opponent can still win. So if you can beat your opponent, just beat him, you know? Don't worry about showcases and all that stuff, because eventually you might be able to make it work. So this is the duel I was talking about where I did make it work. It is a bit of a long duel like the last replay, but I'm just glad I could finally use Mystical Elf. There was another card I could have used, but I wanted to use Mystical Elf. Damn it. So here they used Pot of Prosperity. I need some water, man. My mouth is so dry, oh my god, and it's so hot in this room. So I got that card. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, you didn't get Ash Blossom. So they got that from their deck to their hand. Now, because they have no monsters in their graveyard or something, they can special summon this. So I used Maxi. I was scared that they had Ash Blossom because they didn't get Ash Blossom here. So I was assuming they already had one, but they didn't. So I was able to draw a card. It was alternative. I was like, alright, that's kind of fine. Now, because of Maxi, they did that just so they're more protected. But I got Mystical Elf. So I was pretty happy with that. So I summoned Linkaribo with the White Sun of Ancients. Usually I get rid of this with Blackluster Soldier, but it's not the case today. So I summoned Blue Eyes, and yeah, they went to defense. I can't negate that, by the way. If it's just something that happens that's permanent on the field. So here they summoned that monster, which they can just, yeah. But because, I mean, they can still get rid of it, to be honest. This stays in attack position. Oh, crazy. So here they went to attack, but they used Linkaribo's effect. This stays. Okay, so I quickly used Skill Drain, and they didn't activate their effect yet, because this gets rid, like this card goes to the graveyard to activate its effect, like it tributes itself or something. Anyway, I attacked that Xyz with Blue Eyes White Dragon, because you have to negate it, so that's great. Summoned, I set down Ultimate Fusion just in case, you know, I want to pop something. So here they finally used it. I could use Called by the Grave on it, you know, but I could finally use Mystical Elf White Lightning. And you can't Called by the Grave that because it's an effect in my hand. So I summoned that in defense position and that got negated. Very happy with that. So they did an effect. The card went off the field, so it can't activate because it's not on the field anymore. So I used Skill Drain. They used Crossout Designator. I used Solemn Judgment. I mean, I had no choice, right? Like, they were going to do some stuff with that, so I'm like, nope. They probably should have switched this to defense position. I guess they forgot, because they didn't. They just left it in attack position. I don't know why. But yeah, I was just happy to summon Mystical Elf White Lightning. So they ended their turn with this in attack position, so I was like, alright. I'm not scared if, you know, like Mirror Force. I don't know. So I attacked, went through, great. This only has 800 attack, unfortunately, so they used the graveyard effect, but only bounces back to the deck. Not too much of a big deal. I set down Return of the Dragon Lords. I don't know if that was smart, because if they use Harpy's Feather Dust, but then again, this would be protected anyway by Return of the Dragon Lords. But yeah, so here they use Forbidden Droplet on this monster, just so the effect can go through. And I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't too bad what they did, because like they summoned this, which doesn't have the best defense, but this only has 800 attack, so they can still survive. Here, I had to go big brain mode. There was even times I was like, nah, I can't win this turn. But then I realized I can. So I summoned Ash Blossom, Link summoned into Blackluster Soldier. Then I banished the White Stone of Ancients to get Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck to my hand. So I summoned Alternative, but now here's the thing. This isn't known as Blue Eyes White Dragon because of Skill Drain. Just thought I'd make that clear. So I used my effect. Now it's not going to go through because, you know, Skill Drain. I used Forbidden Droplet, like what they did. Got rid of Alternative, just so the effect goes through. So that got destroyed. That got destroyed. Yep. Then I used Return of the Dragon Lords. That just bounced itself back to the deck, whatever. So I used Return of the Dragon Lords. Got Alternative back on the field. I was scared about them not being able to attack. Yeah, I think... Oh no, okay, no, never mind. They could have attacked. But I want to summon Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon anyway. So I summoned Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. I attacked. And it was GG. I'm just so happy I could finally use Mystical Elf White Lightning's effect. Alright, so this is the deck I was using in those replays. I don't know what I took out for Mystical Elf White Lightning. But yeah, I think I took out one Trade-in and one Dragon Shrine, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. You can just check my other Blue Eyes White Dragon videos and you'll see. But yeah, I'm just so glad because I was going to cancel this, but I made it work finally. Just, I don't know, it's a little slow. I mean, there wasn't times where I could use it, you know, like the fourth duel in this video. Like, I used Solemn Judgment instead because I want to destroy that monster, you know, with Solemn Judgment. Whereas Mystical Elf doesn't destroy the monster. I kind of wish it did, you know. All it does is just negate the monster's effect, and then it gets special summoned. And then it has the other effect where in the opponent's battle phase you can target one normal monster in either graveyard. Special summon it to your field, and if you do, monsters your opponent controls must attack that monster this turn, if able while you control it. So yeah, like if you summon Blue Eyes White Dragon with this in your opponent's battle phase, they can only attack Blue Eyes White Dragon. So it is a nice card to be honest, but just can't search for it. It's a bit random, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Just I couldn't use it much, so yeah. Alright, going to end it here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.